No, Debbie, you can't do that. You can't be talking. Hang the phone up, Debbie. Seriously. Well, let's just go ahead and get tonight's broadcast started. Truly, we give God praise for this day and this another opportunity for us to come together in this internet platform just to discuss TLC, this exciting company that we've become a part of. And I wanted to just take this time out on this Sunday evening just to just say a few words to those of you that are business partners with us here in Total Life Changes. I know it's been a minute since we have been online with you and to share some encouragement, some inspiration, some information, or whatever else that's needed in order for us to succeed in our Total Life Changes business. Since we've spoken last, we're in the last quarter of the year. This is, I believe, for those of us who are part of network marketing, a very, very important time. It is a strategic time. And I want to encourage all of you. I know that the summer has been slow for everyone. It's been a period for all of us in our businesses. Retail probably has not been as high as it has been over the first or second quarter, as well as in terms of recruiting. But this month of September is really a turnaround time for those of us who are part of network marketing, this industry. It is a time that people are settling down. They're back home now from vacation and all of the distractions of the summer. And it is an awesome, awesome time for us to regather ourselves, to strategize, and to be able to try to seize as much of the marketplace as we can. And so I wanted to bring us together tonight just to talk to you, say a few things to you that's very, very important if you're going to succeed in this final quarter of the year. I want to just share that even as many of you have experienced the summer months have been very slow for us, but I'm very excited about what I believe we will do in direct sales and in this month of September going into October. But if we're going to be successful, we're going to have to plan, we're going to have to strategize, and we're going to have to execute so that we would be able to have a productive fourth quarter. So the first thing I want to talk about tonight is ensuring that those of you that are very serious about this business, I've been looking at my downline, looking at the downline tree for many of the IBOs, and many of you have allowed your auto ship to pass. You've allowed your monthly auto ship to not be fulfilled, and that's really not good for you being able to advance in this business as you should. Let me explain that and talk about that for a moment. In Total Life Changes, the way that our system is set up, once a month, of course, that's an opportunity for us to give a minimum order. For those of you, even if you're experiencing financial challenges or the other things that life brings against you, one of the things I always encourage all of our IBOs to do is to just get a minimum order of a pack of tea, $40 value, maybe a NutriBurst or just one product. Make sure that you make that a part. And to be honest, that should be easy for us to do, because all of us who take this business seriously should be a product of the product. What do I mean by that? It's going to be very difficult for you to convince persons to buy product from you when you are not a product of the product yourself. You can't sell something that you don't believe in. If you don't believe in the NutriBurst, if you don't believe in all that it has to offer, you don't believe in the tea, in what it adds to our lives. If you're not a lover of the coffee, if you've never really experienced personally what the NRG can do for you in terms of boosting your energy and giving you that extra push that you need to go throughout the day. If you've never experienced any of these things, if you've never experienced the IASO oil, the powerful emu oil and its healing power on the skin, then it will be very difficult for you to convince others to give the products that are made available to us a try. Secondly, and so again, I just want to say before I move from that point, that it's very important that if you're going to succeed in this business, if you're going to do well, that you ensure that you maintain your auto ship. By now, you should be familiar with your auto ship date. That date, if you're not familiar with it, when you go into your back office, you can go right into that very first screen and you can look into settings, and it will show you the date when you join the company. That date, that join date, whatever day of the month that is, if it's the 17th, if it's the 25th, if it's the 4th, whatever day of the month that you join Total Life Changes, that is your monthly anniversary date, meaning that every month you want to go ahead on that date. If you don't place an order, personal order at any other time during the month, you want to make sure that on your anniversary date that you place an order for at least one product on that particular anniversary date in the month. Some of you do not have an auto ship set for in your back office, which means that every month for those of us who have set our auto ship, when that anniversary date comes, Total Life Changes would automatically reset what products we want to be a part of our auto ship. And for those of you who are products of the products, you would have products that you use every month. I mean, I always use the multivitamin. I'm using the tea all the time. This month I want to use several new products that I've not tried as yet. We're going to be using the Resolution. I always use the NRG, the Chewy. Those are some things that I commonly get. But even if you can't get all of those products, you just select one product to keep your membership active. Now, what that's going to do for you, and why is that so very important? Because there's another aspect that we call the carryover volume. Let me explain what that is. As long as you stay active as an IBO in Total Life Changes, what's going to happen is one of your legs is going to be your power leg, one of your legs is going to be your pay leg. And most likely the person who sponsored you into the business, there is one side, either your left leg or your right leg, that as they continue to do the business, as they continue to sponsor other persons into the business, what happens is that leg will continue to grow. All that growth means is that you will continue to points will continue to accumulate on that side of your leg. And if you simply maintain your auto ship of one product a month to remain active, what's going to happen is you're going to begin to accumulate what's called the carryover volume. That becomes very important if you want to succeed in this business, because as time passes, that carryover volume will increase. And just for an example, if you want to hit the first rank of elevation in our company, which is the rank of a director, if you just maintain your auto ship for maybe a month, 2 months, you'll already begin to maybe accumulate on one of your legs, maybe close to 1,000 points. What that means is now that the only thing you have to do in order to qualify to be a director is to ensure that you have an 80-point auto ship value, as well as you go ahead in a 7-day period and you accumulate another 1,000 points on that opposite side. I mean, it's as simple as that. That means that the team is going to do half the work for you, and you could be the benefit of that simply by just making sure you maintain your auto ship. And so I really wanted to spend some time with that as my first point tonight, because many of you are not taking advantage of that opportunity. And for those of you that are serious about advancing in this company, that's one of the easiest ways that you can do it. Secondly, I want to emphasize the point tonight that we are in the business of direct sales. What that means is that we are, as it were, we have been given the privilege to purchase products at wholesale prices and then to retail them to customers who have need of our products. And of course, everybody is interested in the products that we have. We have some phenomenal products. I'm not really going to spend any time tonight going over our product line. You can go online and find out so much more about it, or you can go and visit our team website, www.tlcteameagle.com, and you can find a lot of information about all of our products there on our team website as well. And so I'm not going to spend any time talking about the products tonight, but our products work. They are phenomenal. I tell you, the testimonies abound. There are just so many persons that have been benefiting from these phenomenal health products that we have to offer. And everybody wants to live a healthy life. Everyone wants to live longer. Some persons are challenged physically in their health, and they're looking for solutions to natural solutions to their ailments. And so, you know, at Total Life Changes, we have exactly what they need. And so again, I want to encourage you. We have some phenomenal products, but can I say this to you? When you speak to people about the products that we have, if you understand the nature, in particular, for those of you that are listening to me here in the Bahamas, you know, our people, if you speak to them and they become interested in the product, they're going to want that product right away. They're not going to be prepared to wait 7 days, wait 5 working days. They're not going to give you their monies and then wait a week in order to get their product. It just does not work like that. And so if you're going to be effective as a retailer, which is one of the quickest ways that you can turn over money in this company is through retail sales. If you're going to do that, then you're going to have inventory. You're going to have to make some level of investment so that you would have inventory on hand. To those of you, again, that may be, you know, maybe this is not a season where you can invest $1,000, $500 just to have inventory on hand. Listen, man, start with a pack of tea. Purchase 1 4-pack of tea. You take one for yourself, for your own health and maintenance, for your well-being, and you begin to sell those next 3 packs. You're going to make the money that you invested back, and you will begin now to multiply and begin to see some profit from your initial investment. Now, you know, I can't say it any other way. If you are serious about this business and about really succeeding in Total Life Changes, and you cannot make a $50 investment in inventory, I want to just say to you, you're really not serious about doing this business. You're really not serious about doing this as a business. Maybe you're interested in just being a customer and maintaining a good customer relations with Total Life Changes, but no one can be serious about really doing any kind of business and you're not prepared to make a minimum of a $50 investment per month. There's no other business that I know of that you can maintain a business on $50 a month. And so I think we need to stop being unrealistic here. For those of you that are really, you're thinking and talking like you want to succeed in this business, but you're really not prepared to make any investment. Come on, man, let's be honest. Some of you blow that on a weekend. all right, just eating and drinking, you can spend $50 very, very easily. And so if you cannot put aside $50 to invest in your TLC business, I want to say to you, you're really not serious about this business. We are in the business of retail sales. So if you don't have inventory, you're working with nothing. You have nothing to work with. And I know some of you may say, well, I can direct people to my website, and they can go and they can purchase online. They don't have to buy directly from me. You're right about that, and that's great. And if you have the ability to do that through the social media, that's phenomenal. That's great. I want to encourage you to go ahead and do that. But there are many others of you that really need right now blessing. You really need some financial relief. You really need to see some monies in your hand. And I'm telling you, the quickest way that you can earn money in this company is through retail sales, through actually investing in some inventory, and then begin just telling persons about the phenomenal products that you have to offer, and they'll begin to buy it from you. I'm telling you, I run into people all over the place, and I make sales in some of the strangest places. Sometimes I go in a place to do business, and when I'm through talking about the phenomenal ISOT or the NutriBurst, persons ask the question, do you have any on you? Can I get one from you right now? And if you're not ready to take advantage of that opportunity, that's a sale that's just going to pass you by. Of course, as you're aware, that's just one of the ways that we make money in this business. And so again, with the auto ship and keeping your auto ship current, that helps to lock you into your binary. I'm going to talk about that in a moment, but it begins to at least accrue some points. Your carryover points are beginning to accrue, and you're beginning to make some movement in the right direction. Now, let's talk a little bit about the binary and being binary qualified. Again, I've noticed, and looking at the back office, looking at the downline, looking at our downline tree for our team, that many of you who are still current, that you have not been paying attention to those persons that you have enrolled in the business. Let me talk about that for a moment, because if you've enrolled persons into the business and they make that one-time purchase for the 30 days that they have, after they have made that purchase, they are active. But if they themselves, just like you, if they do not make a purchase in that 30-day at the end on that anniversary date, or if they themselves are not set up on an auto ship, what's going to happen is after that 30 days, they're going to become inactive. Now, what that means for some of you is that after 30 days, you may have been binary qualified during that 30-day period if you had a person that's active on the left, a person that's active on the right. However, if that person, any one of those persons on the left or the right hand, if they were only active for 30 days, then at the end of that 30-day period, you would have lost your qualification as being binary qualified. And that's very, very important, because it's important for you to remain binary qualified if you're going to be able to be a recipient of the binary pay. And so that's very, very important. And some of you need to pay closer attention to that. You need to become more engaged with what is going on with those persons that you've enrolled in the business. You have to take responsibility for your business. Total Life Changes, you are an independent business owner. And even though we provide these opportunities for training and empowerment and equipping, it's very important that you take advantage of them and that you seek to make yourself as independent as you can be, with the view to being able to run, manage, and to be able to really do this business effectively. So again, to be binary qualified means that you have an active person on your left and an active person on your right. You have at least one active person on both legs of your business. Some of you have more than one active person, but all of the people that are active are only on one of your legs. So you can have 4 people that are active on your left leg and nobody that's active on your right leg. And what happens? You lose your status as being binary qualified, even though you still have 4 persons that are active in your downline tree. I wanted to explain that because of some of the questions that have come to me. And so it's very important as you recruit and as you enlist persons that you make sure that I know what some of you are doing. You're taking advantage of your power leg, and you are building that leg, that's your pay leg, and that's important and that's good. But can I say to you that you have to make sure that no matter what you're doing, that you maintain two active positions, one on the left, one on the right, so that you always qualify for binary pay. The binary pay is very important, and it adds up. And I'm telling you, even though sometimes it may not be a large amount, but if you just continue to allow it to accrue every week, I promise you in a little while, you will appreciate it. And as you continue to build your business, it will grow more and more and more. All right. And so having said that about the binary pay, I want to move on now just to talk to you about some of the phenomenal things that are happening here in our company. Now, of course, as you are aware, we still have our challenge that's going on for 50 new customers. You still have until the end of the month to be one of those persons. The last I checked, there are still some slots available for persons who want to take advantage of that and win the free trip to Jamaica. I'm telling you, the time is now. You can still get in and you can still win if you participate and you go at it hard. All right. Again, all of the rules and guidelines for the 50 new customer challenge is in your back office. Immediately when you go into your back office, the information is right there. You can just click on it. You can read all the rules and regulations to make sure that you have everything in place to qualify as one of the 50 winners that are going to be on their way to Jamaica for 1 week, all expense paid. I'm telling you, listen, man, I'm still in the hunt. I'm still going after it. And we're hoping that we can be one of those 50 with that all expense paid free trip down to Jamaica. All right. So that's still going on. The month of September is going to be a phenomenal month for us here in the Bahamas. I do want to say to you that my upline, I tell you, my mentor, the one that I look to for strength and guidance, and just a phenomenal, phenomenal woman of God, Dr. Helen Delhuse Clay. She is going to be coming to the Bahamas all the way from Houston, Texas. She's coming at the end of the month. It's going to be the last week of this month of September. So just in another about 2 weeks, she's going to be here. We're going to be spending time in Nassau, doing some shows here, and we're also on our way to Abaco. Yeah, Abaco, I know you're tuned in. We are coming to you, and so I think we're kind of moving a little slow with what we need to be doing with our planning and our preparation for that trip. We really would like to come there and spend 2 days on the ground and help you build your TLC business there on the island of Abaco. And I tell you, great things have been coming out of Abaco, and I want to give special props up to our very own Crystal Tinker, who has been doing a phenomenal job. We give it up to you, Crystal. I tell you, all throughout the summer, she's been bringing persons in, and I'm telling you, really doing a great, great and phenomenal job growing LC team there in Abaco. We want to thank God for Grand Bahama is coming back on track, and we're looking to come to you real soon. We're looking to come to you real soon. I'm hoping that in the month of October, I'll be able to come to Grand Bahama and help our IBOs there to build their TLC business. Listen, man, we're better together, and we're all in this together. And so you can count on us. We're going to continue to do what we do and to help you to be the best that you can be in Total Life Changes. And so the end of this month, we're going to have some super events right here in Nassau. For sure, we're going to the island of Abaco. If you're tuned in, we want you to know that we are on our way to you as well before the end of the month. And we're looking forward to that with great anticipation. I know several of you have been calling us, and you've been asking us when we're going to return to the island of Eleuthera. So we're getting ready. We're positioning ourselves to get ready to come to the island of Eleuthera, and we'll get back to you with more details about our specific dates before the end of the month. All right. And so those are some things that we want you to be heads up for all of our team here in Nassau. Listen, If you have persons that you want us to meet with when Dr. Clay comes, that you want her to personally meet with and to share this opportunity and help you to close some of your clients, this will be a phenomenal time for you to have us come in and just bring reinforcement to those persons that may be on the sidelines, those persons that are on the middle ground of a decision, who haven't made a decision yet, but they want to make, but you feel that they're in a position where we can close them and get them involved in the business. The last thing I want to talk about tonight, because we're not going to be very long tonight, this is meant to be a 30-minute hangout tonight, just to go over some basics, to give you a word of encouragement and to encourage you in this last quarter of the year. One of the phenomenal things that we've been talking about here at Total Life Changes is our new customer program. And again, for many of you, we want to make sure that you are approaching this business the way that you ought because of our phenomenal products. Some of you, you've gotten real caught up on just trying to recruit persons into the business. But I want to say to you that that's not the way to go. The best way for you to get persons to partner with you in this phenomenal journey is to, first of all, introduce these phenomenal products to them for their own personal consumption. I want to suggest to you that most of the persons that do well in Total Life Changes, they start off as customers. I started off as a customer. I didn't join Total Life Changes because of the business opportunity. I started off because somebody shared with me the NutriBurst and all that it had to offer. And I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. And I went ahead and I bought a health pack that had the NutriBurst, the Gano, the Chaga. It had the coffee in it, the tea, and I was introduced to the phenomenal products. And you know, after about trying the products for about a month and enjoying all that they did for me physically, I said, you know what, I believe that there are a whole lot of persons just like myself who would love to be exposed to these products. And again, you know, some of you, I've heard the conversation, you know, we're here in the Bahamas and it's just a small population. I don't know when last you heard the statistics, but there are over 375,000 persons that we know of on this one island alone. Can I say to you, I promise you that no more than 25,000 Bahamians have heard about Total Life Changes, which means that there are at least 350,000 people out there who have never heard about Total Life Changes and the products that we have to offer. Now, you tell me if that's not more than enough opportunity for any one of you listening to me right now to really make a good living and a really some good residual income every week of the year. I'm telling you, that's more than enough that you need. Many of our high earners in this company only have 300 or 400 people in their downline. Can you imagine if you could just get 1% of the population of New Providence to become a part, to be a customer of yours that's just buying maybe diacetyl tea because they want to, because of whatever health issues they have, or they want a gentle detox every month and maybe lose that extra pounds, or you got somebody that's a customer that's on the NRG or that's on the NutriBurst. I'm telling you, listen, man, the opportunity is here. The time is now. But all we have to do is we have to put in the work. It'll work if you work it, but you have to put in the work. So I want to encourage you as we go into this quarter. We're 11 days into this quarter. We're right at the beginning, and that's why I wanted to do this hangout tonight, to encourage somebody not to get weary in well doing. And one of the things that I think for many of our newer reps that you have to get adjusted to is that if you're going to be in the business of direct sales, you have to become immune to the word no. What do I mean by that? Listen, man, everybody that you talk to about buying your products is not going to buy. That's just the way that it is. Haven't you noticed that even when you go to the store, you pass 4 other stores, 4 other grocery stores, 4 other drug stores before you go to the store of your choice? By that, did those stores close down simply because you didn't buy from them? No, somebody else did. All right. And so you have to get to the place where you're not afraid to share the opportunity and to hear the words no. I hear no all the time. I talk to people about the products and, you know, they say, well, not today, you know, or maybe next week, or, you know, call me back, and I give them my business card and I maybe never see them again, maybe never hear from them again. All right. But guess what? When I'm through talking with that person, I meet somebody else and I'm talking with somebody else again. And so even though I get some no's, in between those no's, there's always that person who's been looking for what I have to offer. All right. And that's the way it is in any business. And so you have to get to the place where you don't get all caught up in your feelings, and some of you take it personal. You talk to your family and your friends, and they didn't invest in your business. They didn't buy any tea from you. They didn't buy any vitamins, and you're taking that all personal. Listen, man, get over that. There are 350,000 people on the island of Nassau alone. Listen, man, I'm sure if you spoke to 20, just imagine how many more you have to speak to. That, I mean, really, there are people out there that are looking for what you have to offer. And so some of you really need to get out of your feelings, stop taking things personally. These people mean you no harm, but buyers, consumers have the right to choose what they purchase and who they purchase it from. All right, that's just business. It's nothing personal. And so get over it. Get back out there, invite. Some of you have not been doing any inviting. You've not been bringing persons out to any of our meetings. We still have our weekly meetings every Tuesday here in Nassau at Bahamas Faith Ministry at 7 p.m. sharp. You don't even have to know how to present, how to do what I do. All you have to do is bring them out to the meeting, and we have a presentation every week just for you. All right, we can go and we can meet with all of the persons that we're trying to bring into the business ourselves, but we do the Tuesday night meeting so that everybody on the team would have an opportunity to invite their prospects out and be able to have an A1 presentation. And I tell you, we've really been having some tremendous Tuesday nights. So I want to encourage you, invite. Let's get persons out on Tuesday night. Of course, for those of you that are part of my team, you know that I'm always available. If you get a group of persons together that you want me to talk to, that you want me to share this phenomenal business with, and our phenomenal products, I will be more than willing to come to wherever you are, to your home, to your business, to wherever you are, and to share about our phenomenal products that we have to offer here at Total Life Changes. It's my pleasure to serve you. And so I just wanted to go over these things tonight, just say a few things to you. We are going to do another training. We just had some phenomenal training in the area of social media. I'm not going to get into that tonight because I wanted to cover some basics, because there's no sense me talking about what we need to be doing on Facebook, what we need to be doing on Instagram, what we need to be doing on Twitter and these other social media, Snapchat and all of that, when the fact of the matter is you're not even an active IBO. So let's take care of first things first. You need to make sure that you are an active IBO with the company. The second thing you need to do is, if you've enlisted and sponsored persons into the company, you need to ensure that you are still binary qualified. The third thing you need to be doing before you go out there and telling the world that you have phenomenal products, unless you're just going to be pushing your website and pushing online purchases, the third thing you need to do is you need to make up in your mind to get some monies together, however big, however small, and make an investment in some inventory. And I'm telling you, start off. Listen, man, get $100, buy a 10-pack of tea. You can turn that over and make at least $250, $300 easy. Come on, man. How many things you know? How many businesses you know that you can have that kind of turnover rate? So you can do it. It'll work if you work it. All right. It's working for me. It's working for many others. I know it's the right business and it will work for you. And so it's been my pleasure to come to you tonight. We are going to do some more training. I want you, to those of you who are part of our team, listen, let's get back on the chat group. Let's become more involved. Let's become more engaged. Some of you are really have become really disengaged from the chat group, from the hangouts. You've really not been doing as you ought. And then you're wondering why you're not succeeding in your business. Listen, man, if you don't put anything in, what you put in is what you're going to get out. If you put no effort in, you put no energy in, you put no time in, don't expect to get a whole lot of results out. And so I want to encourage us. Let's get on the ball this month of September. Let's make some things happen. This is a September to remember. And I'm telling you, I'm off to a great start. I'm excited about how my September is going. And I'm looking forward over the next few weeks just to see things go to the next level. And so it's been my pleasure to come to you on this Google Hangout tonight. My name is Ivory Johnson. For those of you that tuned in late, I am the team leader for Team Eagle. and with Total Life Changes here in Nassau, Bahamas. It's been my pleasure just to share these nuggets with you and a little encouragement with you, because some of you may have hit a little slump. Listen, man, get over it. All right. So August was flat, July wasn't all of that. Hey, September is here. A lot of people are settling now. A lot of people are focused now. People are beginning to think about Christmas. They're interested in hearing now an opportunity. This is a perfect time for you now to share with persons how they can make some residual money for the month of December. And so all the data is in. All that I've heard, all that I've experienced, all that I've been exposed to says that for network marketing, September to December is the best time of the year, which means that we are right now in the best time of the year. So I want to encourage you to join me. Get in the revolution, get moving, get excited, get motivated. Stop waiting for somebody else to motivate you. You motivate yourself, understanding that if you get excited, you get motivated. Hey, listen, you expect other people to buy into something that you're not excited about. You got to get excited first. Amen. You got to believe in what you're doing first, and then others will come along. And so it's been my pleasure just to say these few things to you tonight. We're going to probably do hangout and a training on Wednesday. We'll probably who are team leaders, Crystal, some of you others who have other persons who are a part of your downline and your team. If your team members were not able to get on this call, the replay will be available immediately following the conclusion of this hangout. And so please feel free just to invite, let persons know this call is not an opportunity call. And so we're not asking you, please don't invite your guests to watch this particular hangout, but just get the IBOs on those persons who are already involved in the business. And hopefully something I said tonight will be a source of encouragement and information and enlightenment for them as we prepare to go to the next level. It's been a great night. It's been a great week. I pray you have a great week coming up. And we look forward to getting back together with you real soon. Until then, I'll see you at the top. And you know what? If I don't see you at the top, I will see you from the top. Have a good night.